If you have not seen my review, we'll leave that bad boy. Hey all y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so it actually feels super good to be filming. I know you guys have been getting consistent content on my channel, but if you do follow me and watch my snaps on Snapchat, you'll know that I've been kind of like dealing with the depression and the whole wanting to sleep and eat and not be productive. But the sun is shining. We are kind of feeling a little bit human again. So here we are. We are doing hits and misses for March of 2019. Now, I will tell you guys right now, be forewarned that I am going to Tennessee to help out with my grandparents. I will be leaving on the 20th of April and coming back the 18th of May. So during that time, I do have some videos already pre-done for you, and there will be some that I'm going to be doing while I'm in Tennessee. So you're going to see a little bit of a background change. But with all that being said, let's just dip right into my hits and misses. For all of you who've been watching my reviews and crap, you know, there are going to be some pretty big misses in this one. Firstly, let's actually talk about products that I do not have in my possession anymore because returning makeup is now a thing for me, especially since I am doing a lot of reviews and stuff like that. And if it's something that doesn't work for me, I'm like, you gotta go back. First item being, this is kind of like a little sneak peek of my haul follow-up for my most recent haul, but the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. Now this product isn't a bad product because some foundations are just like, you try them and you're like, this is just horrible. But this one just wasn't it for my dry complexion. It had a nice coverage. The shade that I got was a good match for my skin tone. It just wasn't very forgiving on my complexion. Like, for example, I've got the dry patches right here, and here can skew a bit dry, and I've also got the, you know, the smile lines. And I just noticed during the day as it wore, it just really creased here. Didn't do anything for this. Like, it wasn't awful. I feel if you've got, like, normal to oily, this would probably be really good for you, but for me and my dry skin, it was just a no. Then the other big no, you guys would have seen my review on it. It is no longer in my possession. The Kat Von D Vegan Love Palette. If you have not seen my review, we'll leave that bad boy linked down below for you guys. But that palette just, as someone who has consumed a large amount of Kat Von D products in my time, and someone who is familiar with formulas that she has produced in the past, even from her singles as you saw in that, or her other palettes, the formula was just very underwhelming. I attempted to use it in a myriad of ways. After that video, I tried using a concealer on my eyes, you know, wet brush, setting spray, fingers, and it just wasn't something that had consistent quality all through it. That was something that ended up definitely being a no bueno for March. Alright, we've had a lot of negative. Let's get into something positive here. I also have a review for. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. This bad boy is nice and bright. I think it is honestly the brightest palette that Anastasia has released, at least in my knowledge of them releasing palettes. I'm kind of a veteran to those. But it's just got a nice collection. You've got kind of these lighter, more neutral shades, and you've got the pink and the purple, the blue, another pink, this gold. This gold is like, it's amazing. I actually have used this thing, like, I'll do my look, whatever, and then I will take it using like a eyebrow brush or an eyeliner brush, and I will literally just like use it as an eyeliner because it is so pigmented and so opaque. It's just so good. I have been absolutely loving this palette. I've been pulling it out for the shimmers. I've been using it on its own. The only shade that I'm kind of like not whatever jiving with is this white one. That one is good if you do want to layer down one of these shimmers on top of it to give it a bit more intensity. But on a whole, I have just been absolutely loving this. And then something that y'all wouldn't have seen me haul also from this collection. I went to Sephora, they didn't have it. I went to Ulta, they were sold out of it. I went to Ulta again, and they had it. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Setting Spray. Now, one thing that I do love about this is it's got this little thing where it's like, okay, now you can spray it. And it's like, now I'm locked in. That's cool, I like that. But this is so good. Y'all would have seen on my Twitter posting a pic and my Instagram where I was like, this is my new holy grail. One thing that I absolutely love about this is a lot of times with illuminating setting sprays or dewy setting sprays is you'll spray it and you'll be like, well, there's illumination, but there's illumination because I just sprayed glitter all over my face. This doesn't have that. Like, you spray it and then you look down at your clothes and you're like, oh, there's not any micro glitter. So it doesn't have the micro glitter. And this stuff, I'm not sure how dewy it's done for me. Like, it hasn't, like, I don't know, I haven't seen like the dewy, but what it does is it just sets your makeup with this like smooth, airbrushed and diffused look. It melts everything together and your face just looks so like real-time photoshopped. Like, I used it today and it's just it's so you can't really see and appreciate, but like in real life, like this can turn any foundation's finish into just this perfect, smooth and beauteous canvas. It just looks so good. I'm gonna be taking this to Tennessee and probably like use it up because this better be permanent. If it's not, I'm gonna need to go out and get like 100 bottles of this because it's so good. It's probably the best setting spray I have tried. I'm not sure. I think it would work for people with like normal and oily skin as well because I don't see that it like, you know, brings a lot of moisture in. It just sets everything so beautifully. All right, I got one thing from Octoly. This is the Anna Sui Gel Foundation Primer. This was gifted to me by Anna Sui for review purposes. Now, the packaging on this is so blinking cute. I actually had one of you all tag me in a thing on Instagram that was like, have you seen this? Look at this beautiful gothic aesthetic. And I'm like, yes. I know. I love Anna Sui as a brand, as a designer. You know, her aesthetic is beautiful. Unfortunately, her products are not cruelty-free, so I will not be, you know, trying to get any of them through Octoly again. Now, this thing is like, let me tell you first off. Whew. If you are sensitive to smell, don't even know. Just know it smells. This is the most, out of any makeup I have ever tried, this is the most perfumed. I haven't experienced anything this scented before. Like, even more than Too Faced. It's just so overpowering and overwhelming, and the scent doesn't dissipate as you put it on your face. It's like this weird little whatever going on here. You got that whole thing. I'm not a fan of although the presentation is cute, I'm not a fan of having to dig your fingers up around in here. If it'd come in just like a dispenser thing, that would have been better. And also, on a whole, I didn't find that this primer did anything wonderful for any foundation I used with it. Like, with the foundations that I used, you guys would have seen on Snapchat, I was like trying this and I'm like, not sure if it's doing anything for me. I found that the foundation I would use over top of it tended to like crease more and wear more. It didn't look as smooth and natural on my skin. I just found that this didn't do anything wonderful for me. If anything, it made my makeup look worse. So this was kind of a shot in the dark, and yeah. All right, let's kind of get the elephant out of the room. One of y'all, when I did my February hits and misses, you guys were like, where's the James Charles palette? I said, wait for it, it's gonna be in my April. Guys would have seen my review on this. If not, we'll leave that link down below. And since that video, I have tried using this so many times, so many ways. Some of the shades are okay. I mean, shimmer formulas aren't that hard to formulate. They're okay. Just some of the normal natural shimmers. That one's okay. The blue's okay. I hate that blue. I hate that purple. But I have been trying to at least get some kind of use out of this thing, and it just really missed the mark for me. And what's really frustrating is I'm part of like a Facebook beauty group, and the leader of that group, the like person who started the group, the admin, she used obviously these colors, and she posted a picture. I was like, oh my heavens, that looks amazing. What did you use? It's like the James Charles palette. And I was like, but I tried to use those colors that look like poop. I was really like, do I even know how to use the makeup? But I tried using the darker, blending out to the lighter, and it was just so patchy. And when you've got other palettes, like the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette, that Anastasia palette, Jeffree Star Blood Sugar, other pressed pigment palettes that just perform better, I'm just finding myself not reaching for this thing. I mean, I'm wearing the original Jaclyn Hill palette on my face today, and that's a formula I like. That's a formula I can work with. I just don't know what went wrong with this. Alright, I feel like I'm being awfully negative in this video, but I kind of just want to be honest with y'all. This is, monthly hits and misses, or just kind of a recap of the month, things that stick out to me. And something that stuck out to me in a horrible way, this I had actually bought for my full face of affordable makeup, which I tried filming once and ended up scrapping it. I was like, no. And I think I said this is the LA Girl Line Art Matte Eyeliner. I went to use this thing, and it's kind of there. While I was using it, it just like, well, I guess if you press down harder, that gets more. But while I was doing it on my eye, like I was like trying to do that, and it just ran out of opacity. It ran out of pigment, and it just didn't want to do the thing that, say, my Kat Von D, my Wet n Wild, or my Tarte one does. And I understand this was only like $6, but on the eyes, it was just super, super disappointing. I might try it again now that I'm like pressing harder on it. We might see how that works, but just Then something you would have seen me haul super recently, but with the filming and the uploading, there's a little bit of time and whatever, I'm usually using the products beforehand. This right here is the Smashbox and the Hoodwitch collaboration. I mean, we'll just start off looking at that. I mean, I saw that and I was like, it could be 110 times horrible and I would still want it. This is the crystallized highlighter in the shade Optimistic. You open it up and it's got this beautiful whatever. They're procking off the whole Vlada collection they did, which had the amazing rose packaging and the amazing whatever. The formula was okay, but they basically had people's money when they released it because everyone was like, that packaging though. And this is actually a really nice highlighter. It is a bit more, I want to say, effervescent. It's something that kind of gives a more natural prismatic highlight. Like if you're wanting something that's got a little bit of a duochrome to it, but you don't want to like commit to Becca's Prismatic Amethyst or Lilac Geode, this is one that I think you can get that same effect without it being like, look, I'm wearing a crazy festival highlighter. I'm honestly much more okay with this formula than I was the Vlada formula. It just looks really nice on the skin. Sometimes if I'm wearing a highlighter that may be just a little bit toned down and I want a little something on top, I will top it off with this. It goes beautifully with the Too Faced, the diamond, the original like diamond gold, diamond fire highlight, and then the pink one that they released as a part of their Pretty Rich collection. If there was a match made in heaven, it was those two highlighters and this highlighter. And it's just been something that I've been absolutely enjoying formula-wise, as well as just, I'll just pull it out and look at it and be like, I feel a little bit happy inside. But that is what I have for the month of March for you all. Obviously, there was a lot of disappointment in this month, and I apologize for the negativity. I do know for a fact that there's going to be positivity in the month of April. I do not know whether I'm going to be filming that before I leave for Tennessee or when I'm there. Obviously, we'll just wait and find out. Definitely let me know what you feel about these products. I know I had a lot of people on the Kat Von D Vegan Love as well as the James Charles palette, people who absolutely loved it. That's fantastic. We all have different experiences with makeup, but definitely let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!